All right. Hey everyone, my name is Arturo. I'm an intern with All Face in Burbank, and I'm here with.
I'm Zach Carr here at Royal Wholesale Electric in Santa Ana.
Nice. All right, Zach. Do you mind telling us maybe where you're from?
I was born and raised in Visalia, California, in the Central Valley, and went to school down south and just kept working my way down.
Nice. So Visalia, did you ever go camping in the redwoods over there? I pass by through all the time.
I went up there. I never went camping.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like an hour away.
Yeah,
Missing out.
I grew up in a beach family.
Oh, okay. It's kind of funny. 'Cause you have the camping right there.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you can tell us the school you went to and what you majored in.
I went to Cal Lutheran in Thousand Oaks, and I majored in marketing and communications.
Oh, marketing and communications. How'd you tie that in with what you're doing now?
Marketing is very diverse, what you can do with it. And, when it comes to sales especially, any, sale you're making, you're having to market either your product or your service to get someone to buy it.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're not only selling product, but you're kind of selling yourself as well, because
Exactly.
People want to buy from somebody they can trust, and I can see how that's all tied in. So how did you first hear about CED?
A recruiter put me in contact with our regional recruiting manager, and from there I did some research on the company myself and started the interview process.
Nice. So what did you like? What drew you to CED?
I saw that the electrical industry is only growing with everything going on, trying to create more clean power sources. I saw that there's a lot of potential in this industry, and that it's somewhere if you work hard, you will reap the benefits of the work that you put in.
Yeah, definitely. I would agree with you. And what I like is what I've noticed is here at CED, we're making a lot of strives to be more sustainable, and we have a lot of initiatives, and we're working with all kinds of manufacturers to create products that are renewable, source of energy. And I really like that, because in today's age, we need more technology like that. We're actually being and thinking about the environment, not only just profits, which is bottom line is profits, but we're helping the environment as well. I really like that.
There's so many government regulations on everything now, pushing things more and more electrical. So
yeah,
it's only getting bigger.
Yeah, I think you said it right too. It's a growing industry, and there's always gonna be a need for us. And I really like that about CED as well. The history it has and the potential in the future it has as well. Maybe you can tell us what your current position is and how long you've been in that position.
Well, I've worked here at Royal for 2.5 years now. We are one of the smaller profit centers, so we all wear a lot of hats here. Right now, I'm kind of a hybrid between inside sales and outside sales. Yeah.
Nice. So you say you wear a lot of hats. That's fairly common for what I've seen, right? You'd be doing inside sales, outside sales, but maybe sometimes you help out the counter in the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Can you speak a little bit more about that?
Yeah, everyone has to take responsibility for things to work around here. And, we type up our own orders for whatever sales we're making. I'm out in the warehouse pretty constantly, checking our shelves and making sure everything's in order. I'll help out with the shipping and receiving sometimes. It's a little bit of everything around here.
Yeah, I think that's been my experience as well, where this is a team effort, and you got to rely on your resources and the people you're working with. So you can't just be inside sales, like, no, if they need help in counter, then you go help out. That's what I like. Part of the training is you learn a little bit about everything.
Definitely.
So in case the need's there, you're ready to step up. And also I think it helps you really see all the opportunities that are out there for you and really determine what position is best for you, right? I think I really like that about CED as well. Gives you different avenues that you can take to be successful.
Definitely.
Can you maybe talk a little about the growth, your personal growth that you've amassed during your time at CED?
Yeah, starting out, I was solely in the warehouse and driving. over the past 2.5 years, from there I started doing more inside sales and purchasing. I've learned a lot of the kind of back office stuff. And now I've kind of worked my way into getting outside of the shop and building some relationships with customers.
Nice. And I would imagine that your degree with marketing and communication, that's really helped with that. Are you able to connect what you learned in school to what you're doing now?
Yeah, it definitely applies. In sales, it's definitely very personal, like you touched on earlier. Mm-hmm. The relationships you build are key in your success in sales.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm barely getting into my sales part of training, where I'm talking more with customers coming to the counter. And the biggest thing is, building those relationships with those customers, having them trust you to get the order right the first time, or if you don't know the answer, they're gonna trust you to find the answer for them, So I think, I touch base on that, where a lot of it's building these relationships with these customers, and you get to know them, my experience is you tend to become friends with them,
Yeah.
I think that's an added bonus to working with CED. Okay, maybe you can tell us the best experience you've had with CED.
Our location, we like to do a lot of team building activities, and they tend to be pretty fun. As far as outside of, what we're kind of doing extracurricularly and focusing more on our day-to-day, I've really enjoyed getting out and building those relationships like we've talked about, and kind of seeing a relationship flourish into more business with the customer.
Yeah, I would agree. When it comes down to it, it's about the business, but we don't shy away from having fun. We know how to step back, and we think about the team first, and from my experience has been, CED does a great job of showing gratitude towards its employees. Having those events where it's team activities and bonding, and because you rely a lot on your coworkers. I think you've picked up on that, right?
Yeah, and that's one thing I appreciate most about working for this company is they don't take advantage of their employees whatsoever. And coming out of college looking for jobs, you saw that and read that, and knew people who worked for companies that were like that. And CED has been great to work for because I've felt valued here.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Well, we'll close it off with this. What's the best advice you can give some of our new interns or trainees coming into CED?
The best advice I can give a new intern or trainee is to be willing to work hard, because the amount of work you put into this job is going to be the amount of success you see.
All right, well, there you have it, guys.